Paul, very quick question on melody. What is it? Oh, I also want. Don't you walk away from me, Sir Paul? Sir Paul? Ringo? I'd like to be under the sea. Oh, hello there. What is melody indeed? It's a good question. One on which I assure you, making excellent progress. For instance, my teacher at university used to tell me that, well, you see, all you have to do is basically lay out the melody. I have no idea what melody is. Last episode, I said rather pretentiously that our question would go before us like a patient light. Something's wrong with me. If I can't admit I don't know, why don't I just, adopt a standard definition? But I can't seem to. I still feel there's, something more. Well, unable or unwilling, this second episode has become a record of procrastination, a series of inventive evasion strategies in 4 parts. It seems to me I've been hiding from that poetic light, lest it illumine my ignorance. Or to put it a little more kindly to myself, maybe a little more fairly, at least from what I don't yet know how to say. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure it was a good idea, but I tried to write this one uncaffeinated. I could go for a coffee. I could really go for a coffee. No, stay focused. I consider myself unusually creative. Whereas most people draw with oil pastels, how many people depict oil pastels in oil pastels? Profound. It takes my breath away. Not literally, or I would die. Although, despite my own metaphorically breathtaking artistic depth, what I eventually made the pastel, quote, say, was possibly a little frivolous. I literally can't concentrate without caffeine. Okay, maybe at the end I'll do that song, but I want like a sophisticated harmonic palette. I want an expansive vocabulary. But without going too far. Sometimes I go too far with the chords. I have to be careful about that. Okay. Start simple, see where you get to. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba da, dabba dee dabba da. That's pretty, and it's understated. To jazz chord, to jazz chord, to surprising Picardy third, to stunningly sweet run of chords, to weird chord, to mystical territory. That sets up a suspension here. It's nice. To Key change, da ba dee, da ba da, da ba dee, da ba da. No, it's way too much. That's way too much. It's not tasteful.
Wow, I really do go too far with the chords sometimes. I didn't think I approached that Picardy third too fast, but I hit it hard and the wheels just came off. Well, maybe I'll have to use a different song at the end. I need a break. Time to relax the only way I know how. Long-winded philosophy. Well, let's see here. Okay. In the case of consciousness, naturalism and materialism seem to be at odds. If naturalism is correct, consciousness emerged from the brain's physical structure, presumably because it was, advantageous. But if materialism is correct, consciousness is epiphenomenal, right? A byproduct, and therefore causally inert. It can't do anything and could confer no such advantage. Under strict materialism, it seems all consciousness adds is witness to the predetermined physical body across a lifetime. But if we witness, or if someone else witnesses, or indeed if no one witnesses our physical fate, this can make no difference to whether we survive. Well, this day's sped by. Let's see what's on the checklist. How did I do? Optional, work on Ringo impression. No, I'm getting the fat black marker. That's insulting. My Ringo impression's fine. Next, downtime, philosophize at length. Check a Rooney. What's next? What's this? Practice guitar, piano, bass, or lute. I don't own a lute. I did play guitar, though. That's a check.
Jazz chord.
Next, don't drink coffee. I'm going to write tomorrow over here, and then I'm going to give it a check. Make sense of melody. I really haven't begun. Is it just me, or is this episode getting a little eclectic? It's got something for everyone. Boring philosophy, breathtaking creativity, and so many surprising chords.
To weird chord, to mystical territory.
Why am I so inventively evading the only question that's before me? Am I fated to procrastinate or born free? In appearance, a melody is like a golden thread, singular. But in analysis, it seems to be comprised of bafflingly many analytic strands. Think of just one note. It might be understandable as the leading tone. It wants, we say, to resolve up to the tonic. Now that's analysis, and that's how we feel it. Anticipation. Okay, but couldn't this same note, this is a little technical, but couldn't it also be the ninth, say, of the accompanying chord? I'm talking harmony now. It's a color tone. There's a felt particularity to that. This one note, then, has both scalar momentum and harmonic content. Two sources of meaning, but apprehended as though one. But why stop there? Couldn't it also be the lowest note in a generally falling melodic contour and part of an enclosure? A local pattern that intelligently evades what it aims at. On and on. But these aren't alternate approaches, rather inseparable contributors. And they're not exhaustive, they're exemplary. We could generate another 5. What about rhythm, repetition, retrograde inversion? I feel I'm courtside in a way, like I'm watching a basketball game. But all the players are invisible. The motion of the ball is surely motivated. It must make a kind of sense, and with so many unseen actors contributing to its ongoing interrupted direction and progress, I find myself relegated to sitting on the sidelines and occasionally cheering. They should take my philosopher's pen and give me a foam finger and an air horn. Well, I have to simplify. I have to. But not to an arbitrary alternate. To something justifiably essential. Whatever that is. Under the sea.